Blast off.
Welcome to the podcast of Brothers of Many Words. I am your host, King RP. I am energy. I am life. I am the possibility of what comes next.
What? I am your co-host. I am King Mackie, better known as Haru the Great. Call me necessary.
I'm your co-host, King Christopher. I'm here to recognize truth, evaluate the path, leverage wisdom, knowledge, and discipline, and implement change through action.
I'm your producer, Nick. I have no idea what they're doing. I was not prepared for this intro whatsoever.
Oh, that's what's up.
Just throw it in there.
Oh, bro, yeah, I've got to
I'll
tell you,
have
those
something
are.
next week. I'll have something next
There
week.
we go. There we go.
Oh, that's good stuff. Good stuff. King, hit us with that affirmation.
All right, we stand together as brothers, united in purpose and grounded in respect. We move with love, speak with clarity, and carry peace. No ego, no division, only growth. Each voice matters. Together we build something greater. We are aligned. We are ready. Peace in our energy, power in our unity, and purpose in our message. It is done.
It is done.
It is done.
I'll show you.
All right. Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast, where real conversation meets real perspective. No scripts, no limits, just truth, growth, and elevation. We're here to challenge minds, expand thinking, and build something greater together. All right. How's everybody doing today?
Loving life.
Yes,
Loving
sir.
life.
Here for sure.
We kind of caught you off guard there, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, didn't tell me I needed no tagline. All right. I'll tell you now.
Oh, no, it's my bad, man. My bad. Give me one.
That's your teammate, remember? That's your teammate, Nick. Remember?
No, wait a minute. No. Don't be trying to divide and conquer.
Hey, you know how they do. You know how we do.
Playing dirty.
Oh, man, that ain't right, man. That ain't right. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit you with a little bit of words of inspiration this morning. A little bit of words of inspiration. So it goes. The one who swallows a whole coconut has complete trust in his anus.
This dude right here. This dude right here. When even just hearing swallow a coconut, I knew that was going left. I knew that was going left.
Hey, there's truth to that, though.
That is definitely true.
Absolutely.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, man.
Wow.
My lands.
Oh, yo. Yes. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. So, I know we mentioned, we talked about the Voting Rights Act last week, and I know you guys had mentioned the data centers and whatnot as to kick this thing off. And you were talking about Louisiana and Alabama. What's going on with that?
Yeah, well, the Supreme Court made their decision, and from what I've been reading, what I've gathered so far is in Louisiana, there's been some people that has petitioned to create another district for African people in the state of Louisiana, because there's only one district right now, and they want to add a second district. And that went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court denied that because the Supreme Court said that they were trying to not gerrymander, and they're trying to protect voters' rights, but at the same time, they don't want to make districts one districts become one race. That's what the only thing I've seen from the Supreme Court.
Right.
And then from
I hadn't heard anything about that.
And then in Alabama, apparently Alabama has two districts that are primarily African, and the state is petitioning to remove one of those districts. And they're fighting to keep their district. That's what's going on in Alabama from what I've read. I know the stuff in Louisiana is really complicated.
Yes, it is.
Because people need to be represented, but at the same time, we can't be making districts where we start separating people either. And I think that's what the Supreme Court.
What's already happening? I mean, they're trying to take it away to gerrymandering, as they call it. Taking away to make one bigger than the other. It's just you can do it one way, but you can't do it the other way.
Yeah, I don't really know how to solve that issue down there.
Yeah.
So how are you taking that? I mean, personally, how would you take that if they're doing that, Mac? Or do you believe that? Are we gonna? I'll just say, do you think that's gonna revert us back to partial segregation if they push that through?
I think that's what the Supreme Court's trying to stop.
You think
Stop
that's what
the
they're trying to
segregation?
stop?
Yeah, is that they don't.
Segregation?
Is they're trying not to create many. That's what they said is they don't want to create separation. Look.
Yeah, it's already created some separation. 85-90% of black people, African American people, vote Democrat. And then the biggest thing I believe too is that there's no black representation in the districts. So, it's kind of like going back to the Jim Crow where you kind of have a white overseer and he's not going to get a black community what they want, right? It's somebody who's from the community that's a representative of the community will understand what the community needs, right? But basically, if you have a light brown brother that's overseeing a totally black community, they feel that they will not get what they need for the community, So it is bringing things back a little bit in other people's perspective. And what I've been looking at on social media, most people are looking at a Jim Crow 2.0 as it's taking us back quite a bit. People fought for that, for these voting rights in 1965. They marched, they fought. I mean, as we read about the spotlight, multiple people have died just to have a voice. And then now this voice at the table has been reneged. And so you no longer, as they say, the African American is no longer invited to the table of politics. Now he has to prove himself even more to get to the table and create a voice.
It sounds like the Republicans are kind of trying to grab another seat in that state.
Yeah, that's all it is the midterm.
And then they're using, and this is the opportunity they're using to create that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It may not be about race at all. It's just about getting another seat, and this is the opportunity they can use to gain that seat.
I do agree. I do agree. But go ahead, RP.
No, it is about race as well too, and it is about getting another seat as well. That the Voting Rights Act, as you said, they marched for that. That was the last piece that solidified, the civil rights movement was to have that right to vote, and it opened up the door for everyone who was not of I don't want to say European ways, but light-skinned brothers, as you say, and so that was significant. So there are some who completely want to dismantle that amendment, to take it all away, and that would take us, as you said, Jim Crow 2.0. It would take us pretty close back to slavery if that were to happen, and that certainly would open up a whole can of worms.
I think the district should be able to represent
absolutely
who's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody should have a voice. Everybody
that
should
shouldn't
have a
change.
voice. It's not. Go ahead, King.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. They shouldn't be changing. They shouldn't be changing lines for this stuff. Those were already there. Louisiana shouldn't be losing a district just because someone wants to gain a seat. I think that's wrong.
Well, America is very diverse. Very diverse. Everybody should have a voice. Everybody should have a voice. Everybody should have.
Maybe the district lines need to be redrawn to actually reflect that. Maybe we need more districts.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
You know what I mean?
As you said, it's very complex. There's a lot that goes into that, unfortunately, to make those decisions. And it's interesting, to say the least, that we are digressing back to even remotely going to that point instead of moving forward. Tis a shame, in my opinion.
I'm with you, man.
Speaking militarily, having served the military, and fought to preserve those institutions and doctrines, if you will, even though it's not even to my benefit, and we are going back the other way. It's a bit disappointing. is a bit disappointing.
I don't think they have any other cards to play. The government does, and so they're using the race card now.
Absolutely,
Man, that's something they've always
Absolutely.
used. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's still a card. You know,
Yep.
you think it's been
Yes.
torn up a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And and yeah, I don't know. And like again, I don't think it's. I mean, I've heard both sides. I've heard African American people get on and say this has nothing to do with us in some point, right? It's they're using the narrative to bring some type of more stigma to the situation of racism itself. So I've heard both sides. I've heard Dane Calloway, who's a historian, he brought some things up. I've seen some people speak at city council meetings saying this has nothing to do with African American people. They just want it to be that way. And so, I mean, like I said, I mean, anytime you start to take away something from anybody, that's a problem. I mean, even with the DEI situation, they made it about black people, but there's only 3% of black people who actually are even on DEI.
Yes.
Our
right.
light brown brothers and sisters, that they cover 13 or 14% of that. You know what I mean? And so
Absolutely.
it's even when you think about government assistance, it's very few black people in government assistance. So I mean, it's just ridiculous that they use this race card for everything. Even when we look up certain statistics, you're not going to you look up black statistics and the light brown statistics, the white statistics, and they'll say, well, it's really not calculated like that when you're dealing with white people. And I'm like, oh, but it's calculated when you're dealing with black people, So they have certain statistics on certain people, but certain statistics they do not. So it's ridiculous, bro. It really is. But that's good. All four of us can sit down at a table and have a discussion and love each other like true men are supposed to, and have each other's back. So we're fighting that every single day about what we're doing every single week.
Right. You guys make a great point. It's, at this point in time, we are that's still so prevalent, when at one time in antiquity, as we have been learning, that wasn't even a word. It's not even how they lived it.
True.
And how it is such a divisive tool that is used every single day, and people still fall for that, still follow it. There's some belief to them. And you make so about taking away something that is theirs instead of just sharing the pie with everybody. All the control has to be one way, but they don't want to share that. So the one way to do that still to this day is to keep the division, the black and white, because those are the two main themes that keeps this country, and on the global level too, divided.
Yeah.
They play that card a lot.
Yeah, they do.
A lot.
Over and over again, and people go for it over and over.
And they do, bruh. They go for it over and over again.
Yes.
I don't understand it.
You would think, like, come on now, bro. Look at the card. It's the same card he just played.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
And the data centers, man, that stuff, like, that's complicated too, because we kind of need them.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I don't want a data center in my backyard.
Okay.
But at the same time, we need them. If you look on the big picture and what's, like, us in our town, we're not the only people on the planet. And there's other countries, there's other kingdoms that are built, that have very strong militaries, and they're building these AI systems, and they're building these data centers. And if they do get ahead of us, they could potentially control us here. I don't think we want that. And so that's also one side of the argument, is we need to build our data centers up just because they are. Just like, the weapons race and the moon race and everything, it's always been a military thing. And that's what's going on with data centers right now.
So what is the purpose of the data center? For what I researched a little bit, it is for the collection of all internet data. Is that correct?
Yeah. If you want to grow AI, you need more data. You got to have a place to store that data for the AI to access it.
So with, they are building, when I looked it up, so they're building the biggest one in Texas,
Yes.
One of those data centers. What it takes to facilitate that is enormous, and the amount of water that it takes. Then it came across that they're building the biggest one in Ohio. I mean, these things are enormous. They're huge, and so
Mhm.
it is a destruction. The water amount of water that it takes to run these places
Mhm.
is tremendous, and so
Yes.
it does destroy the earth. It does destroy the water supply, and so I'll give you a little bit of insight. I worked in the oil and gas industry for 10 years, and so when I was researching this, and they were showing the color of the water and then what it was doing, it was no different than fracking. Fracking did the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it does destroy the earth in itself. So I mean,
No, you're right. You're right.
I get it. However, the race is all about the power, man. When you get down to it, it's
When
all
I
about
think
the power.
When I think what's going, they're stretching this out to control us more, and then when they build these data
Absolutely.
centers, the power demand and all the utility demand to run these things, that's going to be passed on to us, right?
Yes.
We're going to be paying that
Yep.
for them, and I really do think they have better technology. We have better ways to create power. The thing is, they don't want to use that technology because if we use that technology, it's going to take away the wealth that the people have right now and how power is generated primarily through oil. We have different things we can use for power generation, but people ain't going to use that. We have to change our infrastructure, and it'll take certain people's wealth away from them.
And that is it right there. That is why.
I think Michael Jackson said it best. They really don't care about us.
Absolutely.
They really don't. I mean, they really don't.
No.
I mean, you know, we're data centers are to me, they're not necessary. I mean, and the thing about it, how I look at it is I feel like they look at us, we're already dead and gone, right?
Sure.
In their eyes. But it's our kids that they're going to be having to pay for this and live for this. You see what I'm saying? And drink this, dirty water, deal with the outages, deal with the energy that's being put into these infrastructures. Yeah, you're going to get jobs, but it's kind of like the manufacturing back in in industrial days where people are getting these diseases and getting cancer from these factories. Yeah, were the factories good for jobs? Absolutely, but were they dealing with arsenic and certain dangerous chemicals? Absolutely. You know what
Because
I mean?
they're only focused on the money. They're not focused on building the foundation to support this technology.
Yeah, they don't care
This
about us.
technology is not necessarily bad, but we're not building the foundation to support it. They're building, everything is getting heavy up top. It's going to fall. And that's what's going on. We could implement these things, but they don't want to.
Well, because then you have to share, and so it's just not all that. It's just not our kids. It's forever until
Yeah.
that cycle is broken. It is forever. And so I came across this piece for BlackRock. I believe the chairman is, his name is Mr. Larry Fisk, I believe. And so this is just a snippet of him speaking, and he's speaking on these data centers and what it was going to take, to fund these things, and how we as a country don't have all the money to do it. So he made the reference to where they'll be taking money from people's checkings and savings accounts and your IRAs. It's like, it's getting very serious.
Yeah.
It's getting very serious.
And the thing is that data they're collecting for those data centers, it's our data.
It is our data.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No
And so,
consent.
it should be like phones now. All that should be public. All that should be public utility, in my opinion.
So there was
what do you guys think about that?
About BlackRock?
Go on, speak your mind, Nick. I seen you shake your head a few minutes ago.
I mean, listen, I've got my own opinions about BlackRock. We could be here for 2 hours. Okay? Like, I do not support any companies like the grocery stores or anything that BlackRock
BlackRock owns everything.
manage. Not, they own a lot of it. There's a few around here that they don't.
You got State Blackguard. I think it's State Guard, BlackRock, Vanguard.
Vanguard.
And you really, if you understand how these companies work, there's 3 of them, and they all own each other.
Yep.
And between the 3 of them, they own like 86 to 90% of the market worldwide.
Yeah. I mean, it's 10 trillion in assets. I mean, I believe 100% all it is just corporate monopoly and fucking.
Sure.
I believe it 100%. So I do everything I can to stay away from any BlackRock company or affiliation, sisters, or anything like that. Because
that's why Bud Light ran those trans commercials.
Right. BlackRock will be the downfall of our already declining economy, in my opinion. 100%.
Yeah, and they're buying up houses and residences
Yeah.
as well.
Correct. I absolutely will not support anything or give any money that they to any company that they are shareholders or even owners on.
Be hard not to do.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
rough. Trust me, it's rough. It's rough out here finding
Yes.
places where you can go, but a lot. That's why I shop locally. I shop when it comes to it. I shop at local areas, not these big corporations, for food and other stuff like that. Is because I refuse to put
Mhm.
money in a company I think is just going to absolutely destroy our economy in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, already
Yeah.
is.
Because when they control it all, because when someone controls everything, especially when it comes to a country, there's no returning back from that. We're going to lose, in my opinion, you're losing your democracy, you're losing your freedom, you're losing all this other stuff because everything will have to be filtered to them. They're going to say, of course, yeah, you still have the right to vote, you still have a blah, 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 and you have all that stuff. You really don't.
You don't.
Right.
You don't on the backside. You really
right.
don't.
No, you don't.
Well,
And
for
you
one, I mean,
don't-
our government's not even implementing one of the laws that we have is the monopoly law. That's not being enforced. Never has been.
because they are a part of it.
Oh,
listen.
correct.
Well, because the corporations are running them.
That's
Yeah,
right. Everything,
absolutely.
And so to what Nick is, saying as well too. Yes, we are in that state and we're heading there fast. And the things with that too, it's everything now is interconnected globally. It's no two ways about it. If one major economy falls, the whole world is going to suffer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hell, we
I
already
agree with
are.
that on
I mean,
it.
look at
Yeah,
gas.
we already
Yeah,
are.
Right.
food. I mean, everything's up by 50%. I mean, it's
Crazy.
unreal. I
Yeah.
I'm damn near filling my car up every day. Every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I live a little further now, but every day I'm filling my car up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Groceries.
What,
We talked about
$4.20 a
groceries.
gallon right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy I have that little Toyota 5-speed.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Put that thing around, gets 48 miles to the gallon.
But even now, man, that thing takes almost $50 to fill up now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does it really? Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, you got an 11-gallon tank when it's empty
Yeah.
at the prices they are now.
Yeah. Yeah. Food. I mean, food's crazy. I mean,
It is.
and don't try to eat healthy. I mean, we shop at 2 or 3 different stores, and most of my money goes to groceries, just the maintenance of our home. It's
Hey.
unreal.
Yep.
It's a
If you want to eat
vicious cycle.
healthy, that's where it goes.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, it
vicious
is.
cycle.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, it is. And my wife's serious about it.
100. Oh yeah.
I always say,
100%. Trust me, 100% on that.
put your
Right.
money in health, good food. You won't pay as many medical bills.
Yeah. All right, Kings. We're gonna switch gears and moving on to King Mackey's woe question. The woe question of the day. What's one belief you had to destroy to become who you are now? What's one
Nick,
belief you
Nick, what's
had to
up?
destroy to become who you
Oh,
are now? Hey, and let me mention this real quick too. So we added another feature to our podcast, and it's called the listening chair. So it's where if you have any thoughts and comments or questions, throw them in the chat, and we will get to them certainly throughout the show. But if we can, at the end, we'll open up that segment to answer all that you that you have to say. So the question again is, what's one belief you had to destroy to become who you are now?
All right, I'll
Chris.
start this off.
Oh, go
because
ahead. Go ahead.
If you don't mind, I'll start this off.
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
It's kind of deep, and I was actually, this is something that I saw, and I'm gonna actually read it because it kind of hit home with me. And basically, it was. I'll get into the schematics of things, but basically, when I think of that, it was me convincing that surviving was the same thing as healing. By letting you carry pain so long, it started to feel like personality. By making you question your worth in quiet moments nobody else ever saw. By turning exhaustion into normal and isolation into comfort. By making you believe being needed was the same thing as being loved.
Oh, wow. That's deep. God
Yeah,
damn,
bro.
bro. That's deep.
That when that popped up on my screen, it was just instant realization. That's how I've been living my life for 3 years, and it took me a minute to let that shit sit in. Like just
Yeah.
reading it over and over and realizing that's how I was. So changing that mentality would be probably it.
I feel you, bro.
Very good.
I feel you,
Me
bro.
too, man. It's good, bro.
Very good.
A belief I had to destroy, I would say, for me, it would have to be religion and the belief in denominational doctrines. And when I finally let that go, and letting religion and a certain belief in a box control me and how I live my life, I kind of was able to set free, if you know,
Right.
In a way,
Right.
and allow me to really explore myself and understand who I am and actually build a foundation of my beliefs versus someone else's.
Right. Right. Yeah. You know, mine, I got a quick story behind mine, but mine is, you know, not letting society tell me who I'm supposed to love. You know, being a black man in America, the narrative is to marry a black woman. You know, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way, you know, life is. And that kind of controlled me a little bit, meaning that I was seeking, but really couldn't find what I was looking for, right? Until I found my wife, and my wife is not African American. I remember even being in high school, my freshman year in high school, and a young lady that I known since elementary school, who was a young white lady, her and I liked each other. And I remember some of the black girls found out, some of the sisters found out at the school that her and I were talking, and ran the girl off. She transferred school in 2 weeks, you know.
Wow.
And I knew her mom very well, and they were harassing her and bullying her. And so, you know, I felt controlled a little bit, you know what I mean? That, okay, well, you know, I'm supposed to be with a black woman, right? And so, you know, I let the society kind of control my thoughts when it came to that. So I had to break that and let myself love who I wanted to love. And now,
So do you think that's still a stigma though on today's
absolutely,
society?
absolutely.
Really?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I mean, you know, our sisters, black sisters, they not down for that. If they see it,
But
you know, they're gonna make they're gonna make some type of weird eye contact, or they're gonna say something. I mean, that's just because the first thought is, you know, white women are stealing all our good black men out here. You know what I mean? And I've heard that numerous of times. You know.
so are they saying the same things if the roles were reversed? If a white male was dating a black female? I mean, or is it just not as frowned upon as the roles reversed?
Well,
So when I was younger, before I married my wife in the military, I dated a couple African women, and one of them I dated for a year and a half, and it was very common for another African man to tell me, always give me a mean mug and telling me that I'm stealing their women. Basically, the same thing Mackie was just saying, except reversed.
Yeah. So the stigma, the phrase in the black community is, if a black woman is with a white guy, is that he's got good credit. That's the only reason why she's with him. Because he's got good credit and credit cards. Yeah. That's all he's got. That's what they say.
Right.
That's what, you know.
That's right.
And so, yeah. So it ain't too bad seeing a white male with a black woman, because you're like, yeah, girl, I would do it too. He's got good credit, girl. What you driving? You know?
What you driving? You got the
You
Tesla
know?
Model 3? What do you
Yeah,
got?
hell yeah, right off the showroom floor, bro. Off the showroom floor.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's right.
Yeah.
For myself,
Real quick,
Go ahead.
welcome. We have quite a bit of people on YouTube. I don't know if anyone has pulled up. We do have quite a bit of people in there. We've had a couple of people comment. Thanks for coming in. Just make sure you're engaging. If you have questions, just go ahead and we'll reiterate, and we'll make sure that we get to your questions as soon as possible. If you want to engage in a conversation that we're having, to be a part of it, we actually encourage that here.
Cool.
Join on in.
Cool. Yeah, join on in. For myself, so growing up for me, I was very shy, introverted, if you will. So I didn't, looking back up on that, I didn't feel that I was maybe worth very much, if you will. Always to myself and wondering, why these things don't happen to me. Why can't I get that girl to talk to me? And then, going to the Marine Corps and having that experience and coming out, that just compounded on that on that childhood aspect and didn't always come out the right way as I was going through life, if you will. And so through, I always thought too that I would be by myself forever.
Oh
It's
wow.
just the way I
Huh.
felt about it, and I was wrong. I can't pinpoint exactly when, however, but it was through, people who were around me and showing me that love and showing that belief in me and giving me that confidence that you are something, that you can be something. And, me accepting that,
Yeah.
and allowing myself to believe that and to grow. Yes, I now that's not an issue. I'm very confident in who I am, and now I've attached a purpose to my life, and it's full steam ahead.
Yes, sir.
It's all about purpose, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
yes.
100%.
I just want to let my wife know. I know she's listening. Hey, I made a. So after this podcast, I'm gonna be waiting on you. Okay, just so you know. Just so you know. Hey, your words gotta have some value. You just can't see.
Right.
Right.
100%.
Oh man,
Oh, fuck.
10-4. Hey, and as Nick just alluded to, we want to welcome those to the Brothers of Many Words podcast open mic. Open mic is where honest questions become meaningful conversations. So we're gonna move into a little theme here. We're gonna move into a debate. We're gonna have a little bit of debate here, right now. And so it's gonna be free will versus destiny. Are we in control of our lives? Are we in control of our lives? So the core debate, the question: do human beings truly control their choices, or are our lives shaped mostly by fate, environment, upbringing, and circumstances? Again, do human beings truly control their choices, or are our lives shaped mostly by fate, environment, upbringing, and circumstances? So the teams will be myself and Nick and King Mac and King Christopher. Okay, so we'll get 2 minutes on that first question. Team one, you guys go. That'd be Chris and Haru.
Okay, and I'm okay. So yeah, I do believe people have the power to choose and change and grow and redirect their path. I mean, all you gotta do is think and do better. Honestly, you know what I mean, and stand on what you believe. I mean, yes, you're gonna have pitfalls, you're gonna have adversity, but at the same time, you grow from that and you learn from that. And it's the ones who do not grow and learn from that who feel like that their environment always controls what they do and things like that. I remember I heard a story about a young man. He was from South Central LA and been in gangs all his life. And come to find out, he started looking into government contracting. And right now, this guy's a multi-millionaire, living in Hollywood. But he had to realize that he could do better because he realized all his friends were dying and being killed and going to prison, and he wanted something different. So he stood on that. And so he accepted change and made the right choice to grow and redirect his path to be something better than what he was.
Okay. Well, I'll take the flip side of that. Some believe is that their circumstances control which way they go, and that they don't have a choice in what they say. Even they don't have a choice in how their life goes. They believe if this decision affects this decision, so this is the path I will take. And yes, there is value in everything that you say as well too. However, there are those who do not feel that way. Life experiences determine which path that they should take. Okay, so we'll break this up. Team one will argue free will shapes life. Free will shapes life. And team two, which is Nick and myself, we will argue circumstances shape life. Okay, we'll start off with speaker A. I mean, the first speaker from team one, and then we'll go back and forth. One from each side will go. Okay. Who's got the first one on team A with team one? That's Chris and
You want me?
I mean, Chris and Karu.
Chris. Okay, so we're debating that argues that family property. What am I reading? What am I debating? What am I debating, man? What am I
You
debating?
speaker A.
On speaker A,
Yeah.
argues that people have
On free will shapes life, right?
free will shapes life.
Right.
Hold on.
Do human beings truly control their choices, or are our lives shaped mostly by fate, environment, upbringing, and circumstances?
Okay,
No, it's
so
question. It's speaker
No.
A. Yeah. Go ahead.
speaker A, but choice team. Okay, circumstances shape life. Okay, so argues that the family, poverty, trauma, culture, and environment heavily influence people's decisions. Yeah, I mean it does heavily influence people's
Well, hold on,
decisions.
hold on. No,
Oh,
no, King,
No.
you free will. You free
Yeah,
will
you should
shapes
be
life.
you should be argues that people have the power to choose, change, grow,
oh,
and
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
direct their path.
Yeah.
Well, hell, I thought that was I was on it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely believe that people have the
Mhm.
power to make a choice and make changes. I mean, we all have, we all have. You know, I know I got another great story. I know a brother of mine who was dealing with some credit issues, and so over time he didn't really understand what was going on with his credit, and to this day he has one of the largest credit repair companies in Texas. But it was due to the adversity that he went through to realize that he needed to make a change, and by him making that change he redirected his life, and now he understands credit more than most people do, and he corrected his own. So I mean, again, we there's been multiple situations and stories of people living in certain environments, dealing with certain things in their life, and then through choice and through change have grown and redirected their path to become some better than what they were. You know, we do it on an everyday basis. You know, so yeah, I will argue that to the bone.
Okay. Hold on. I'll take the flip side of that. So we are arguing circumstances shape lives. And so I'm arguing that family, poverty, trauma, culture, and environment heavily influence people's decision. And I do believe that, as a child, you have no say so, if you will, in what you're taught and what is instilled upon you, put into your thought process and how you are instructed to follow the guidelines of whatever your family decides. Poverty certainly plays a role in that. It can feel you like your life is it is certainly hard, and so especially if you're not getting to eat and have the things that you need to survive. Trauma absolutely shapes your life. There's no question about that. Um my uh my uh just to give you a little bit of insight, my wife was in a terrible accident about 10 years ago, and it certainly had a tremendous impact on how we move forward. That certainly does that. Culture absolutely plays a role in circumstances and how you shape your life. There's no doubt about that. Your environment, what you live in, absolutely plays a role in how you move. Life experiences influence your decisions on how you move in this life. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
Hey,
brother.
Chris, you
I
got
agree with that.
yes.
I agree with you, man. So the accountability requires believing people are responsible for their actions. I mean, yes, you are responsible for your actions. And a lot of people like to say they like to use the excuse, I'm a product of my environment. And I disagree with that heavily. You are to a point, right? You are to a point. You are always going to be influenced to what is around you, but you do have the power to shape what's around you. So if you don't like what's around you, you can change it, right? You move, you take certain people out of your life, you can create your own environment. To be accountable, well, as a kid, I think there's a certain point in your life where you eventually become accountable, right? Some people, it takes a little bit longer. They may be 20 years old before they actually become accountable for themselves, and that could be primarily due to how they were raised, how their parents raised them. But once you become accountable for your actions, you can no longer use the excuse, I'm a product of my environment, because you have the power to choose and shape your own life. Your experiences, everyone is going to experience life differently. But you can't always use the excuse that, well, I'm just what I am, what's around me. And that's being a sheep.
Yeah, I see what you're saying on that one. So I'm supposed to argue that many people are judged for their choices they were never fully free to make. So I do have a very strong feeling about that because, I mean, especially in this day and age, you're judged on everything you do, whether it's positive, negative. and the second part of it of that you never had the free will to make that choice. You always have that option. Just because you're peer pressured into it doesn't mean you have to do it. Will
Right.
people think less of you if you do it, if they're a friend? Probably. But is that truly a friend at that point in time? Like, is that someone you want in your life in the long run? But you're judged for everything, and that can kind of go into the aspect of how long do we have?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. State your point. Go ahead.
I mean, here's the thing. Let's look at this as our judicial system. Let's bring that into this equation here. Okay, I 100%. I'm a law enforcement guy. Everyone knows it. In this town or in this group that I am, I absolutely think the judicial system is broken. I do not believe that once you are judged and convicted, there is no going back at that point in time. And then you got the aspect of probation and parole. I 100% believe that is just a system to make you fail. It is not set up to make you a better person. It is to make you fail.
Right.
So I honestly do think that people are judged, and it's very poorly on how they're judged, because 90% of the people don't look at the facts. They get snippets or little information from their neighbors here and there, and that's the way I think of it. I mean, there's just so many avenues that you can take with that.
Right.
Yeah, so many people build entire stories in their head with bits and pieces of information.
Yes, they do.
I mean, look at YouTube. I don't know if you've ever watched these, like, YouTube. I'm really big on watching YouTubes and like officer involved incidents and stuff like that. And if you look at that, 90% of them, it might be a 2-hour long body camera, but they cut it down to 10 minutes and they fit it to their agenda to get their views and their audience and going. What about the other hour and a half there? Let's get the facts out there. But you know what the 2 million followers they have are saying? Well, F that cop, or he did wrong. Well, right. Where's the rest of the stuff at?
Right.
And a lot of people base their news and information off those 10-second clips of videos.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And that's a horrible way to get information.
So to back that up, do you think we should hold the news and some of these sketchy YouTube communities, I guess, and hold them accountable? Should there be something out there that designates, hey, you need to give the full narrative? Or
it goes back to free will. Stop watching it.
Yeah, because you're not getting the foot.
But we're in a day and age where people are nosy. Like no one's gonna stop not watching. You know what I mean? That's the problem. I don't ever watch TV. I don't ever look up the news because I really don't care, because all it does is bring you down 90% of the time. But there's people
half
out
it's
there that
fake
just
anyways.
live on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's really, I mean, to be honest, a lot of the boomer generation is the one that's just keeping those news channels alive.
That is true.
100%.
I mean, that's just being honest,
Robert's
man.
Era, I mean, still getting the newspaper delivered every morning. Robert's keeping that on lock.
No.
100%.
Yeah. Hey, I got an uncle.
I don't think Robert's that old, man. I'm talking about guys in the.
That's cold,
Hey,
man.
I got an uncle says if it ain't on the news, it ain't real. If he sits in the recliner and watch. Yes, don't let me say nothing. Be like, man, no, say nephew, no, man. I just seen on Channel 4 they said this. I'm like, that's not real. No, it's right. They said it's real. They just. Yeah. I'm like, oh, who you gonna trust? Who you gonna trust?
And that was because when they were growing up, they were true. They were honest. If you look at a broadcast from the early 70s, the late 80s, and stuff like that, it was raw. This is what we've got. Now you've got all these Democratic news stations,
right?
Republican and liberal.
Right. I disagree, man.
What? You disagree with that? Oh,
I think back then it was still a show, man. I think they were still curating and still pushing a narrative. It just wasn't as flashy as it is today.
I mean, I see what Chris is saying. Yeah, it wasn't as raw, but it wasn't owned by oligarchs. It wasn't owned by multi-billionaires that literally said, "Hey, if you don't say what I tell you to say, then you're fired." Right. You know what I mean? It wasn't that.
But there were still narratives like
verbatim.
Yeah,
like there were some news anchors that were CIA agents.
That is true. That is.
I mean,
true.
and that was back and what you're talking about back in the day in the 50s and 60s when TVs came out, and there was, since TV's been out, there always been a narrative being pushed.
This is true.
Oh yeah.
Especially from the government.
I'm not saying it wasn't back then, but it was less.
I'm thinking of the moon landing, man.
Predominant.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
God.
All right.
Time out.
They aired that thing, and the president picked up a landline phone and talked to Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid.
All right, we'll do this then. Each team will get to ask the other a hard question. Each team will get to ask the other a hard question.
Oh God.
Do you want the first or second one asked? Robert?
Man, they're both good. They're really
I know.
both good.
I know.
Like
I think the first one's gonna stump Mackie. I think that's why we.
Oh, these are the ones we
Yeah.
don't know about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the ones we don't know about. We didn't even
Yeah.
prepare Christopher. I mean, goodness gracious. So you know what?
No, we didn't either.
Oh,
You know, y'all
always
did-
ready.
I mean, it sure sounds like it. You know.
Yeah, hit him with that. Hit him with that second one, King. Hit him with that second one.
The second one, not the first one.
Wait, you can hit him with the first. That first
Come
one was
on,
pretty
come on,
tight.
Cletus. Come on, Cletus.
All right.
Just give me one.
Here we go. All right. If everything is preordained, how do we justify assigning moral blame or praise to anyone's actions? Conversely, if we have completed free will, how do we explain innate talents, trauma, or circumstances of our birth that we didn't choose? One more time. If everything is preordained,
Okay.
how do we justify assigning moral blame or praise to anyone's actions? Conversely, if we have complete free will, how do we explain innate talents, trauma, or the circumstances of our birth that we did not choose?
I sent it to you.
Wow. So is everything? So we're saying everything is preordained, right?
Well, that's what he's
Okay.
asking.
So that's the setting of the question.
Okay, that is
If
okay.
Everything is preordained, yes.
So how do we justify
Chris.
assigning moral blame or praise to anyone's actions? Well, I feel like you
can't.
could. Yeah, you couldn't.
I'm with Mackie.
And if we have complete free will, well, how can we have complete free will if it's already preordained? Then means you would question the person who created you and gave you that authority of, or gave you that preordained custom. Am I right, Chris? You want to?
I mean, I don't think you can have
Both.
something preordained and have free will at the same
I
time.
do agree.
Now, it depends entirely on context. If we look at big picture and zoom all the way out, if we look at humans as one thing, and that one thing is experiencing self in billions of different little things, but so that we're like a piece of bacteria on someone, on like a piece of animal, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so we can make our own little decisions in this life, but regardless of our decisions in this little environment, then this environment's going somewhere, whether we like it or not. We can't control that.
Right. Which would be preordained. Right.
Yes. So if your life's already set out in a path and the code's already written, you're not really making a decision then.
Right. Yeah. And so we couldn't, I mean, you get no blame or praise for anything you did because it was predestined. It's like destined for you to do.
It'd be like, if you ask Siri to give you directions to McDonald's from where you're at,
Right.
that's what it's programmed to do. It's not
Right.
going to do anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I ain't giving
So
you no praise.
there's no free will in that. That's a code written.
Right.
And so if my life's is already written in stone, then everything that's happening, I'm not making that choice. Maybe it's perceived I'm making those choices, but in reality, I'm not. If that's what it is.
That's yeah.
No,
those are great answers, man. They really,
So you're saying,
Uh-oh, here go Nick.
so what you're saying, if you're saying if it's preordained that it's already set in stone, and that in the end it's going to be all the same, basically, is what you're saying. It's
And
all gonna-
if I know that, yeah, there's no reason why would I say good job to somebody?
Mhm.
They're already supposed to do that.
Yes, we're supposed
Or
to.
why would I tell somebody bad job? Because they were supposed to be bad. You know what I mean?
But
It
the
wouldn't
thing
make
is-
any
So-
difference.
So the second part of that was
So life wouldn't really mean anything.
So the second part of that was how do we explain the innate talents, trauma, or the circumstances? So you're saying that you were put on this earth already ready for these traumas, and they're already set in your life to happen at a certain time in your life to build you to the ending that they wanted.
Yeah, if you're preordained, yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, your whole story's already written. The parents down to the when your mom got pregnant, how she got pregnant with you, how you were born, everything was written to have the exact moment. That's what predestined means. Every timeline has already been written.
Right.
With that in mind and knowing that, would that change anything that you've done in your life?
100%. There'd be no point of living it if I knew that.
Yeah.
Do you think
if I knew I didn't have free will, then there'd be no point on doing anything because I wouldn't be in control.
Right.
And I think that would kind of drive a human being mad.
Well, being that we don't know, so do you think?
I feel like do
you think you have a say so in your life?
I do.
Absolutely.
In this life, this physical life I'm living right now that I've been given, this avatar, I'm in control of this thing.
I do agree.
And I'm also in control of my environment. I can pick up and go and move somewhere if I want to.
Yep.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to be part of society, then that means I have to obey the law of the land. And if you don't want to obey the law of the land, then you got to change it. And that takes a lot of power and wealth.
Okay. You kings have a question for us?
Man, Chris, what you got?
Don't be chat GPT.
Yeah.
Oh.
Him out here like, give me 500-word essays so I can.
Yeah, he's doing it right now. He's doing it right now.
Hey, that's my dog. That's my dog, Christopher. He gonna get it. He gonna get it.
I ain't ChatGPT nothing, man. I'm just talking.
No, you preordaining that stuff is what you're doing. That's what. No, it's cool, Kings. Listen, I like that. That was really good. And so that was the first time we did that. We'll certainly get better at it. There's a couple of ways we can go about doing it. Just want to try something new. But I got a question.
I got a question.
Yes.
Just pop. I got a question. So, if your mate or partner was writing a book about you, what would be the title of the book?
That title would
Beauty and the Beast.
That's what's up.
I can see that.
No, not Christopher gave that one. That's for RP and Nick.
No.
RP and Nick.
What would it be? If my wife wrote a book.
Man, it's so okay. All right. So are we? Is she writing an autobiography? Like what
Just
a
whatever.
book about
She
you,
just-
man.
Yeah,
You
book
think it's too
about you.
hard.
Yeah.
Let's get the genre. Is it horror? Is it like?
Oh, I mean, it's based upon you. It's
What
based
genre
upon
is your
you.
life, man?
Yeah.
What genre is your
I
life?
mean, are you a thriller? Are you a comedy? You know what I mean? Yeah. What genre? Yeah. Are you a romance or romantic? All the same, thriller and romance.
Man,
We got him thinking, Christopher. We got him thinking.
No, I think mine would be. So I don't know. I think the title would be Big Gentle Bear. That's what I think mine would be. I don't know what that would fall under. Maybe a kid's book, but that's what I think. You know, mine would fall under. You know, because I do get that. You know, you had mentioned this, King Mac, when you first met me, and was like, oh, you know, you got that look on their face, like, you know, he'll just tear something apart. However, when people get to know me, man, hey, man, you just a big old teddy bear. Man.
Yeah.
You're just a big old teddy bear.
Yeah.
And
You
so,
know, yeah.
I think that would be mine. They used to not rub me the wrong way, but it's like, I don't want to be like a big old teddy bear. I'm not a big teddy bear, but, you know, I've come to accept that I can't get away from it.
Say, Nick, when I seen Robert, you know how you look at people and you start to determine like how you would take them down, their weakness. Right. I'm like, dude, I'm looking at Robert. I'm like, I don't know, man. I might have to grab a branch or something.
Right. So you're saying you're the one, you need to get a hold of him first. Is what you're
Yes, I definitely, and I got to keep my distance too. You know what I mean? You can't get too close, bruh. I see Robert coming in that corner. I said, man, this dude should be playing linebacker for Cincinnati Bengals or something. Like, goodness gracious. And then he just smiles and talks to you, and I'm like, Okay, he's cool. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still waiting on your title of the book, Nick. We still waiting.
I've got it. Listen,
Come on, man.
I would think. I think I would have to name it.
It's complicated.
Probably be chaos. And I think chaos, but with their determination.
Chaos with determination. That's what's up.
Chaos with determination.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
A autobiography about Nicholas Shoemate.
Right, because listen, I am the biggest squirrel person you'll ever meet. But listen, I'm determined. I'll get there eventually.
Right.
I'm telling you now, there's 47 things that are going to happen between I made that decision and what I accomplished. So.
I'm not even gonna put Nick out there like that. I'm not. But
right, Mac knows.
If you think about our company policy, they're written because of Nick. I mean, it's crazy.
Don't the 90% of the department policies are because
like, Chief, can I do this? Nope. Nick already did it. Nope. It's in the policy. What?
That's
funny. Them were the days.
I want to welcome those who may be just joining this beautiful podcast of Brothers of Many Words. I'm your host, RP. I'm joined here on this beautiful day by King Christopher, King Mackie, and King Nick, and we're having a great conversation. Open mic, real conversation, real experience, spoken with purpose. Okay, right now we're going to move on to rapid fire questions. Rapid fire questions.
My goodness.
You get
He's
30
just throwing
seconds.
everything. He's throwing everything.
Rock and roll.
We need a
roll. Let's go.
Yeah, we need a buzzer.
We do need. I'm going to order a buzzer. I'm going to order something today.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hey, listen, to get 30 seconds, one person at a time gets the answer. Okay? Nick, we'll start with you. And we'll just keep that round robin just like that.
All right.
30 seconds apiece. All right, you ready? Here's the first question. Would you rather have unlimited confidence with no common sense or unlimited wisdom with no filter?
Oh, well, I've already got the second one, so I'm good. I got that down. So definitely the second one. Like, I have zero filter. And I know quite a bit of dumb stuff. So
What you got, King Mac?
Go with the wisdom, right?
Wisdom. Yeah, definitely the wisdom with no filter. I'd be all day.
Yep.
All
King
day.
Chris?
Same. Wisdom, no filter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wisdom, no filter.
We all in agreement. All in agreement.
Yeah.
That common sense to get you. No common sense to get your toe up, man.
Right.
Get your toe
It
up.
sure would.
I said that'd be one nasty Yoda.
Oh, man. Okay. Number two. If your stomach could talk after Thanksgiving dinner, what would it say? Nick, you're first. If your stomach could talk after Thanksgiving dinner, what would it say?
I hate you. Easy. Like, you've eaten more today than you have last year. So
We got King Mac.
I would be like, there's no such thing as Thanksgiving. Move on.
Okay. What you got, King Chris?
I should have ate another sweet potato pie.
Hey,
Mine
Chris
would
is a sweet eater. Just so you know.
I can't
Tenfold.
believe that.
God.
Nah.
I love it.
My
Yeah,
fault,
man,
RP.
it is.
Go ahead.
No, you fine, brother. You fine. Because I used to be the same way. Listen, I used to have a bag of candy right by my bed. Every night. I mean,
Did you
a bag of candy. Dad, you got some candy? Go on, get it.
Yeah. See, with me, I can't have it by my bed. If it's there, I'm gonna eat the whole bag.
Well, that was the point of it.
Like, you know,
Tear
those
that stuff
share
up.
size, like the big size M&Ms you get that says family size on it.
Yes.
That's like a little pack of M&Ms for me.
Yeah. Listen, I would get like a grocery bag, you know, the plastic ones, and I'd get all kinds of stuff. Hey, tearing that candy up. So my stomach would probably say, whew, yeah, you better hope you got them baby wipes when you get home. You better have them baby wipes. It's gonna be on.
Oh, my goodness.
Corn like Donkey Kong.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Okay, question number three. Would you rather sneeze confetti or burp trumpet sounds for the rest of your life? Would you rather
Oh, bro.
sneeze confetti or burp trumpet sounds for the rest of your life? What you got, Nick?
Put me in the confetti. Listen.
God damn.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
I would too. I'll sneeze on everybody. I would be walking.
Right, exactly.
Shoo.
In the middle of the club,
Yeah.
in the middle of the dance floor, I will be carrying pepper and
Oh.
a green, I promise you.
What you
Burping
got?
trumpet sounds for me.
Burping the
yeah.
trumpet
Oh, wow,
sound.
that's
Why,
what's
why'd
up.
you pick that?
He's a musician. That's a musician.
Tenfold.
Yeah,
Tenfold.
that's my thought. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah,
For
that'd
me,
be awesome.
Listen. I'm with the confetti. I have allergies, so I can rattle out 20 sneezes. I would just.
Yes.
My wife would be
100%.
Being there.
upset. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, number 4. What body part has gotten more people in trouble? The eyes, the mouth, or the hands? What body part has gotten more people in trouble? The eyes, the mouth, or the hands?
Definitely mouth.
I'm gonna say hands.
Really?
I know where you're going with that, Nick. I'm with you on that.
You're right.
I'm with you on that.
What you got, Christopher?
The tongue.
Yeah, he said the tongue. He said mouth. Okay.
Oh, mouth.
Right, hold
He
up,
said
hold up. When he saw that
we
question
know where
mark
you
up,
at.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to leave that question open ended, and I was so glad.
Oh,
that he started
my
listing stuff
goodness.
off.
Nah, I meant like the mouth.
Right, exactly.
man.
I would
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go
No.
with the eyes. I'm gonna go with the eyes.
You guys got me all wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You told on yourself right there.
You
partner.
sure did. You said the tongue. We're like, hold on, what?
Hold up, what? Like,
All right, last one. If animals had walk-up songs before a fight, what song would a gorilla choose? If animals had a walk-up song before a fight, what song would a gorilla choose?
Ooh, I got this one.
man, I'm torn. I'm gonna go early '90s Georgia of the Jungle starting theme song.
Gotcha.
The Rocky theme song. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't that it? Isn't that it?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm thinking of the Kid Rock song. Ball with the ball, the bang, diggy, 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 set the boogie, set up, drop the.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up.
Hey, I'll go with one of my childhood classics from my mom. I'm gonna whip somebody's ass.
God.
Kings, that was funny. That was
Yeah,
real good.
that
Right
was a
there.
good one.
I like that. That was good.
That was a good one.
Spotlight, King. Spotlight on the beautiful people.
All right, spotlight for today. We have Garrett Morgan. Garrett Morgan, 1877 through 1964, was an African-American inventor, entrepreneur, and civil leader whose innovations in public safety and engineering profound influenced modern life. He created early versions of gas masks and the 3-position traffic signal, saving countless lives and advancing safety technology in the 20th century. His major invention again was a safety hood in 1914 and a 3-position traffic light, which is 1923. Born to former enslaved parents, Morgan left school after the age of 6, after the 6th grade, and moved north seeking opportunity. In Cleveland, he worked as a sewing machine mechanic, opened his own repair shop, and founded a tailored business with his wife, Mary. Morgan's 1914 patent for a safety hood was a pioneer design for respiratory protection, using tubes to draw clearing air from near the floor. The device provided its work during the 1916 Cleveland Waterworks tunnel disaster, when Morgan and others used it to rescue trapped workers from toxic fumes. Although racial prejudice limited his public recognition, the hood became a prototype for the World War I gas mask. In 1923, Morgan's patented a manual operating T-shaped traffic signal, introducing a third caution position towards the stop and go. Today's yellow light, he sold the patent to General Motors for $40,000, and its design became a global safety standard. A dedicated advocate for African American advancement, Morgan co-founded the Civil goodness gracious. The Cleveland Association of Colored Men joined the NAACP and launched the Cleveland Call to promote Black civic engagement. His enduring influence is honored through schools, museums, and engineering programs bearing his name. The spotlight for today is Garrett Morgan.
That's good, man.
Can
So
you
I'll
see
let,
that?
add a little bit of insight to that as well. You know, during that Cleveland accident, if you will. So he saved those guys' lives. Well, after, you know, that, you know, uh, police, I mean, not police, but fire departments and things, they wanted that. And so he would go around and try to sell those things. But when they got out that he was Black, they didn't want nothing to do with it. So he had to go and find somebody of light skinned brother, if you will, a white representation in order for them to accept that. But when they first came out and they knew that he was Black, nobody wanted anything to do with that. And
Messed
listen,
up.
Right.
that transformed into gas masks. Those things are, how do you want to say it? It's one of those inventions that has made a huge impact on the
Oh,
world.
yes.
Period.
Oh,
Listen,
yes.
in being in combat, you are equipped with that in the military. There's no two ways about it.
Mhm.
Brother saved my life.
Right.
Fire departments. I mean, that is just why. And the traffic light, before they had it, they were just red and green. So there were tremendous amounts of accidents before he came up with that caution light to give
Yeah.
people that pause to slow down.
Ain't no pause, man. That's like get up and go.
It is now.
It is the get up and go light now.
What you got, Nick?
So,
what you
so
thinking?
let me piggyback off that for a quick just blip from you guys. How many actual inventions do you think are out there that were actually invented by an African American that we will never know was actually invented by them because of the era it was made and it being a predominantly white industry? How many do you think there are out there
I'll tell you
Thousands.
what.
that we will never
Thousands.
find
A lot.
out?
Thousands.
Listen,
Yeah.
I got 3 books on my shelves.
Mhm.
There is a
Of course
lot.
you do.
Yes.
Of course you do.
Yes.
I mean, you've
Yes.
probably read it 9 times this
Like-
week already alone.
Yes. Yes. Like
There
the
is
H-
a lot, man.
Mhm.
It-
HVA
it was-
system. I mean, it's a lot.
Yes.
Doorknobs. I mean,
Yes.
super soakers. I mean, cell phone,
Video
internet.
games. That's right.
Yeah, it's
So
it's
I'll give you
unreal.
this too, and the refrigeration that moves the 18-wheelers.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yes.
was invented by a Black man.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a tremendous part of how this
Oh,
country survived.
what's the
over
whiskey? Whiskey. Tennessee. What was the whiskey? You know what I'm talking about? Was it
Was Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels.
Was created by a Black man. Yep.
Really?
Kentucky Fried Chicken was created by a black
Yeah.
woman or man. Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's a lot.
But you brought up the doorknob thing, and I actually was reading. I came across a really good article about the other day on that would say what was the best invention you think was ever made up until right now. And you know how many people blown my mind by like saying carpet. Like no one thanks the guy that invented carpet.
Mhm.
No one think about it. You know, they were walking around on dirt, and someone said, "Let's put some fur on the floor and let's walk on it instead." You know?
Right.
The guy with the door
Right.
handles. You know what I mean? Like we didn't think they were just swinging back in the
Right.
day. I was
Right.
like, man, that opens you up to a whole new
Mhm.
perspective on life because other people were like laptops, cell phones, like this all this
Right.
new technology. And
Mhm.
they're like, what about the guy that put in a carpet and was
Right.
like, I'm tired of walking on rocks. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, for
Right.
me, I don't like carpet, man. So
That's right.
No, I
But
get
you
you,
know
man,
what?
I get you.
And,
You're
and,
right.
and that's sad though, because again, you know, when you start thinking into racism and things like that, my wife just texted home security systems were created by a melanated woman. But anyway, when you think about racism, it's like, how could it be? Why is it so necessary? When you look at the inventions and things that people have done worldwide, you know what I mean? And all different colored people,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So there should just be nothing, you know what I mean? But when you don't educate the society of these things and you label people who are people as lesser, then that's where the problem comes in at. But I mean, man, we've all throughout history have made some amazing contributions to society.
Sure.
Yes.
And listen, that narrative goes way back many moons to create
Mhm.
that division as far as who
Mhm.
was superior and who not, to make some seem better than others when it just
The
wasn't
church.
case.
The church.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, the
like,
church
yeah.
is just about control.
Yeah.
The
It's just about
church.
control.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And then wealth.
I guess
With
I
that
guess-
control, wealth.
Yeah.
And that's what it is now. It's just about money. It's how can we
well,
create money?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And it's not backed up by nothing. Like, that's the crazy thing about it.
No.
It's not backed up by ghosts.
Mhm.
They're just making paper, and people are killing each other over it and trying to dominate over something that really has no value. It makes no
Has
sense.
no value. That's right.
What
That's
is our
right.
dollar worth right now? Has anyone
Man.
looked up that statistic lately?
Nothing.
What our dollars
Yeah.
worth, RP? You know
Nothing.
what it is? It's low.
Yeah,
It's
is.
low.
Oh, it is.
I mean, worth compared to what?
Just like the global economic trade on it right now.
Well, it's still powerful
I know.
globally.
I mean, you used to be able to go down to Mexico and take $1,000 and be rich down there. I think even Mexico right now, the dollar's declined, on the conversion rates and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But
Mm-hmm.
but here in the U.S., our dollar is still worth. I would probably, if I would say, it's got to be close to the 50% mark on the dollar. If I would have to guess.
King.
Sorry, I'm
King.
just
So
rambling
this is
at this point.
no. So this is the part where we'll have the listening chair from here on out for the audience. Is whoever wants to drop their thoughts and comments, and we would answer those questions. But from now on, this will be that part of the show. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out. Closing remarks from anybody?
Appreciate you, brothers.
Love you guys all.
Love
you too,
you
bro.
guys, for real.
Yeah.
Love you too. Love you too.
10-4. This is Open Mic, powered by Brothers of Many Words. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this with someone who values real conversation. And join us next Wednesday at noon for another conversation spoken with purpose. King Chris, take us out of here.
As always, guys, our 3 pillars of success. Faith, believe in your purpose. Build unshakable confidence through action. Trust in your own power. 2, dedication. Show up when no one's watching. Stand firm in your commitment to grow. Put in the reps mentally, physically, and daily. And discipline. Forge your character through consistency. Set your code and follow it without compromise. Control your impulses and command your results.
It's beautiful, Kings. Peace. Love y'all.
Peace.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.